Como ça va, YouTube? This is Bill from Little White Dory. Coming to you, sounding like my friend Danny from Cajun Hydroponics. And I'm thinking with a Louisiana attitude as I look at my Catahoula leopard dog. Be careful, they're vicious. This is Gumbo. And Gumbo has been sleeping, but just heard his name. And he's thinking, nah, I don't know. I don't think I gotta get up. So he's not gonna. Folks, it's Bill. I'm not gonna stay looking this side long because I don't need you to see this. It's hot out. It's a beautiful day here. I just cut the grass and I figured I'd do a little update, walk around and see what's going on the homestead. So let me flip this around. All right, you can see the sky, beautiful. It's getting a little ugly on that side where it's coming from, but for now, we'll say it's looking beautiful over here. We got grapes, boy, I'll tell you. We went through the grapes this year. There's still some left in here. You can kind of see them. The chickens got their share. Now I'm reaching back out because there's a lot of bees. They're sucking all the sugar out of that stuff, boy. They're loving it. We have some silly little chickens over here. This is Babka, and that's Sandy in the background. What's up, chickens? Do something chicken-like. Go ahead, do it. They act like lunatics sometimes. They just run around like crazy. They're kind of funny, entertaining, and cute. What you doing, girls? Come on. Huh? Like they're playing, you know. There we go. It's just they bust into movement and then they run on like lunatics. They do the energy burn off. There haven't been much more than a squeak right now. We haven't heard chirps, but I'm thinking that this one over here, who's Babka, might actually be a Bob. So if anybody has any ways of surefire telling if a Babka should be renamed Bob because it is not a female, well, let me know. I understand that you basically got to wait to hear a crow or drop an egg. So that's the situation with the Polish hens, or the Polish couple, however you want to look at it. I'm going to do a cage move on them probably in a day or so, but we take the chicken tractor, we attach this little portable fence to it, and we move this. I could probably squeak it over one way this way and then the next day this way. I might do that. But today or tomorrow, I'll move it down this way. And if I shirt back this way, you can see where the chicken tractor's been. That was the first spot, and the greener grass is growing there. And I go a little further forward, and there's the next spot, and then I got a little gap because I gave this as like the corral there to walk through. And you can see there's the last spot, nice and thick there. So I'm probably going to move them out in this area now. My little pooch over here, we have a little bit of a run. I can't let him loose because he's terrorizing my vegetable garden. So we got this cable set up so he can run this way. But unfortunately, you know, it comes to an end at the other end. And down there, he stops because of the plants. He's not too interested because they're kind of prickly. They don't smell good, I guess. But he can get in over here and hasn't done too much damage yet. But I expect he will. Great. Now he's barking. But down this way, we'll get to the garden. That way I can go deal with him in a little bit. The Croatian cucumbers. Kind of cool. This one's actually a little funky looking. They're supposed to be about the size of an extra large egg. I got more buried in there, but that was the easiest to show you. This is supposed to be some white bitter melon from Baker's Creek. It seems to have now started to take off. So I'm hoping that it'll keep growing. Tomatoes, we got a lot of tomatoes coming out here. You see we got cucumbers laying around. These I didn't bother with. I'll probably just give them to the chickens. They don't look too good, but they're still coming off of this plant over here. We've got this one here, which is Baker's Creek Terracotta. Ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend this tomato. I had one yesterday. It was phenomenal. There were not a lot of seeds. It was like eating I mean, it was just all flesh, very juicy, good flavor to it. It was really an amazingly good tomato. You can see in here that I've got some of the mushroom baskets. In the mushroom basket, I pulled the ones that were ripe, but you can tell from the ribs. We got some little ones, but we got all kinds of stuff down in here. I hear the mother-in-law and the wife coming home. They brought pizza with them. Hello. I'm making a video. Are you camera shy? Yes? Okay. So you'll just be the mystery voice. So, over here, Armenian cucumbers. Now I put this cattle panel in and put some string beans around the perimeter. They seem to have head in, and they're probably just going to choke out my cucumbers. Some of them might climb, but the cucumber is what I see heading up this way. So Armenian cucumbers, a full batch of them in here. I don't know how many I'll get. I don't see any fruit yet, but I'm expecting if we don't go into any kind of early frost that these should be pretty good. We've got more grapes over here. Hello, chickens. And you can see they get a lot of tomatoes this time of year. Right, girls? They get anything that nobody wants. So, chickens are all doing good. They could probably kick out a few more eggs a day, and I don't think the boss would complain, but they're all right. They've been eating a lot of grapes. You see there's more in here. These didn't look so good, so I haven't fed them to them. But the local birds are picking them up pretty consistently. We've got this vine here is a birdhouse gourd. I'll come around the other side and show it to you, but it's climbing. I'm going to let it go because it looks kind of fun. This is the back end of the Armenians. Down this way, well, I don't think I have anything I can really show. I have most of the stuff out on the veggie wagon. I pulled most of the ripe stuff. But what I can show you and report back on is the Brad's Atomic Grape. That's these right here. I'm going to zoom in on that. The Brad's Atomic Grapes are amazing. Okay? They're not ripe, so I don't have a lot of the gold color in it. It's just the purple and the green. Let's see here, down here you see it's still no red in it, but they get purple. People ask me, what kind of eggplants are those? They're not. They're tomatoes. Let's see, that's about all I can identify there. So in here, I have something from the Row 7 Seed Company called a cogonut squash. Koginut. Here's one. A good specimen. If I look down in here. Okay. I'm going to pick him up a little. No, I'm just not, because he's stuck to the ground pretty good. Well, I have big hands, but they're a pretty good healthy size. That's a 2 pounds, I would say. You can see another, and they're just all over in here. There's lots and lots of them. They're supposed to be selected seeds from Row 7 for flavor. So we're looking forward to some flavorful squash. Of course, everybody's got to have their butternuts, and we have ours coming through finally. Hopefully we'll get a lot more. Now, back in this section over here, we've had kind of like just giving it up to wild. And what we've got is, in this back section, this big area here is a ground cherry. It is a Aunt Molly's ground cherry. For those of you who haven't had them, you reach down in here and you find this thing. There's a lot of them that have been eaten. So I'm going to speculate some bird around here has figured out that they're yummy. You squeeze this, and out comes, it's been eaten. Uh-oh. I was hoping that they'd be in here for my chickens. But, let's see, can I find it? Here we go, I'll get that one there. So, this one would be served better if it was a little less green and more yellow. But as I squeeze, you see this little berry comes out, leaving behind the little lantern. It's kind of cool. And, they're so yummy. They're sweet. They're very different flavored. We got a ton of these volunteer tomatoes down in here. You can see them. I'm not going to pull them right now, but tons and tons of them in here alongside those ground cherries. There's, let's see, that's another branch of a cogonut, I think. Come around, more and more of the volunteer tomato in there. I did my lawn, so the grass clippings are over here. Hey, girls. Here comes the chickens. They'll come and see what I'm throwing in here, just to see if there's anything new and good. But they have basically been getting a year's worth of grass clippings. You can see them. It's kind of funny there. They're really knee deep in it. But they'll pull this out, spread it around, poop in it, eat bugs, eat the grass, eat any kind of seeds that they find. You can see them, they're starting to dig in it already, right there, Zippy. Just because they know if they look, they'll find. And it's kind of amazing, because to see what it is they find, it's not easy. It's like they find all kinds of little morsels. And so by the time they're done, they do this for hours. It's basically chicken labor. They work overtime. We don't pay extra. They work overtime. They don't get a day off, nothing. But they do a good job. Right, Ninja? Ninja's right here. She's my buddy. And also Buffy, Hootie. This is Fluffy, Cleopatra. No, that's Hootie back there. That's Luna, my oldest, next to my second other oldest, which is Zippy, and Ninja, and Buffy. So we were in the garden here earlier. I gave a bunch of stuff away to some people that, I've been selling my veggies to. This got a hole in it. Darn, I was going to say, I see a pepper. But something ate it. Oh, well. I don't think the chickens eat them, so I'll put that out. And somebody maybe take it, I don't know. I'll give it away. Oh, and of course, when you bend over, what do you find but an oversized cucumber? Holy Toledo, that's a cucumber. I have to try to carry this. So in here someplace we got some white scallop squash. I'm gonna stick my hands down into the thick here, see what I can find. There we go. So we got a bunch of these. They're selling real well. I don't know what they're worth. I sell them for $1 a piece. Maybe they're worth 10, maybe they're worth 5 cents. I don't know. I just look at them and say, I have no idea what it's worth. You want one? How about $1? Everybody says, okay. Sometimes they say, no, it's worth more. And I say, okay, make it more then. So, make them happy. Customer's always right. We had a lot of the orange Jubilee tomatoes on these plants here. They petered out because of the salt water, but more of the gourds. Let's see. Oh, I think I saw, well, I don't know where I see them now. Let's see. There's a nice big one over here. The birdhouse gourds. They're kind of cute. Selling them for $1 a piece too. Just on value if they look cute. And then back in here, I've been finding my yellow lemon cucumbers, but I don't think I'm going to find any right now. They're a little hard to find. They're tricky. So if I find one, I'll add something to the end. But otherwise, the next thing we got is our summer squash. There's a couple of them down in here. You can see them. Hopefully they'll ripen and we'll have some of them. But as I'm heading on 13 and a half minutes, I'll go back up front quick, show you the wedgie wagon, as my German friend Nick would say. Anyway, got all these projects, all this stuff is all still over here. It's just getting overgrown, and I figured, all right, there's the excuse. It's overgrown. So now the dog's barking. Hopefully Nancy will come out and take care of the dog, and we'll go for a quick walk up front. But we're trying to get it so that the yard is, usable for the dog. I'm gonna put this stuff up on the cart. We got our little puppy-proof gate. Let's see, 14 minutes, 16 seconds. I can get there, we can show you, and then I'll be under 15 minutes. Because I hate editing. It's just, got the zinnias doing good. We got some more tomatoes in here. The roses. All right, what do we have here today? Just a quick view. So, I'll throw that in there. It'll look like a decoy. Another cucumber. Bunches of cucumbers. We got a bunch of these dragon's egg cucumbers, more garlic still, tomatoes. These are all Romas. Back here are the Russian mushroom baskets. They are nice, right? There we go. Anna Homestead is my pseudonym. All organically grown garlic. I'm over a minute. I'm over the 15 minutes, so I'm going to go for a few more. Got the yellow pears. These are kind of cool. We got a few of the ground cherries in here. I just give them away, and just something different for people to get them to try. Sometimes a kid will be like, "Oh, what's that?" I'll give them one. But it's kind of cool. Oops, there it goes. Just that little berry, and yummy. Organic heirloom tomatoes, only $3 a pound. I don't know whether that's a great price, but people seem happy with it. Here we go, some squash. Kind of get the idea. I don't have a lot, but I have enough. Find things laying around. It's funny, the harder I try to get people to take more and pay less, the more they give me money and say, no, it's worth it. I'll pay you more. So I'll leave you on this. Do you know where your food comes from? Grow your own food. All right, for those people down in Louisiana, I hope you're going to be all right. Danny, I'm glad you're all right. And next time, get another air conditioner. Be prepared. All right, man. You all grow that. Bye-bye.